So in this video I'm going to show you how to annotate an image. And this is the one for the cartoon for the Fat Kids article. And the one thing that you need to really keep in mind is that this is just another text. So it has a contention, as you can see I'm writing it down right now, and basically all the visual elements that we're going to annotate or draw attention to will serve the purpose of supporting this contention, which is that unhealthy eating habits are learned at home. Now, you may remember this, but it was actually the first argument in Anita Quigley's article. So it makes sense to compare, in a sense, this image to that argument, or to lump it together rather. So the tone is quite criticizing of parents. There's a bit of sarcasm happening there, right? So what I'm going to do now is annotate all the little features, the visual features that support that contention. Okay, so the first thing I noticed that sort of jumps to my attention is the kid sitting in the center. I mean, he's in the center of the picture. So his face, is glued to the TV, or his expression is right. He's really absorbed in the TV. He's in the foreground. Dad's in the background, and in the far background, I noticed that there's a fridge. Now that fridge looks to me like it's quite easy access to get to it from the TV and back. To me, it looks like this picture overall is suggesting that the cliched monkey see, monkey do. So whatever Dad is doing, the child is doing, which again links back to the article in some very obvious ways, because the whole purpose of that article is to point out that parents are the ones who are teaching their children these bad eating habits. We can see that visually here. So Dad and son are doing the same thing. Their body language is the same. Their facial expressions are the same. They're both sitting there watching TV and drinking unhealthy drinks. Now, I also point out that the little muffin top that the son has going on, and Dad's gut kind of spilling out of his clothes, so they're both pretty much morbidly obese. And yeah, both watching TV and consuming unhealthy drinks. What you want to keep in mind is that so you want to sort of treat the visual features just like you would persuasive techniques in a written text. Right? Don't think of them any differently. Right, so here we have a speech bubble which shows parents aren't really taking much responsibility, right? And it says the rise of obesity in children is making people ask why. Right, so Dad's completely clueless, has no idea. You may have noticed that his son is obese, but he could very well be one of those parents who are suggesting that it's schools who need to look after his son's health rather than him. The other thing I've noticed is that the only light source in the room is the TV. So I can only imagine how long this boy has been sitting in front of the TV, just doing nothing. Right? He's not very active. His lifestyle doesn't look like it is. The CD is just kind of thrown across his console, makes him look quite messy and lazy, which again is another indication of his inactive lifestyle. Now again, just pointing out the fact that the kid is morbidly obese, and then we question why. So there's Mark Knight's little commentary with pointing out the irony of the situation.